Greetings from the site of the historic Moriah Furnace. In March of 1826, a tract of 200 acres along Toms Creek in the Iron Springs Valley of Hamilton Bend Township, Pennsylvania, was deeded to Thaddeus Stevens, John B. McPherson, Thomas C. Miller, and John D. Paxton. It was here along the Great Wagon Road that these proprietors intended to construct an iron furnace. However, it is not known for sure when it first went into blast. What we do know is that in April 1828, McPherson and Miller sold their shares to Stevens and Paxton, who then formed J.D. Paxton and Company. We assume that it was at this time that the property was named Moriah Furnace after Paxton's wife, Miss Moriah Miller, daughter of William Miller, Esquire, of Fairfield. Other nearby tracts were acquired for iron making and charcoal production. 438 acres were purchased from William Miller and a large ore bank from Benjamin Reed. The source of the company's limestone is unknown, but was probably not far off in the township. A catalog of the Moriah Furnace's products has never been located, and for now we are only aware of 10-plate cast iron stoves. Interestingly, the three known examples have three different markings. 1, Moriah Furnace, Adams County. 2, J.D. Paxton and Company, Moriah Furnace. And the third, simply Moriah Furnace. The demise of stove making at Moriah was due to the poor quality of the local ore that created brittle plates. The addition of good hematite ore from near Cashtown, a bit north of here, only succeeded in making stoves more costly because of the increased transportation expenses bringing the ore to the furnace. In 1837, only 11 years after it began, Moriah Furnace was closed. One of Moriah's last castings was an arch made for Stevens' new furnace at Caledonia, northwest of here in Franklin County. About this, the following story is told. One of the workers at the furnace was very proud of his large hands, and just before the arch, which was to have the year marked on it, was cast, placed his hands in the wet sand on each side of the date, and the 1837 rests between the prints of a furnace man's hands. These prints can still be seen on the arch of the old furnace stack at Caledonia. A stone throws west of the Moriah Furnace stack ruins stood the large stone mansion house of J.D. Paxton, who managed the property and lived here for some time. The house in this undated photo is supposed to have existed until at least 1913. Behind the stack and house runs the Western Maryland Railroad, now CSX, which generally follows the old tapeworm railroad bed, except that here the tapeworm was about 100 yards further up the hill. Much time and many trains have passed here since, and many of Moriah's stones repurposed, so that only the remains of the furnace are here now to remind us of our history.